things have gone for Rapid since this season began?
Rapid struggled at the start of the season. They didn't get too many wins produced. Right now they're coming off strong. They had a big win yesterday. Talking to Coach Novak, their keys tonight is they need their goaltender to be hot. He needs to be showing up all night. Also, they need good positioning and defensive zone. They also need to get that puck deep and make Brookings full way. And a goal right there by Matt Ink. Right off 8 seconds into the game. Deflection, Matt Ink finds it at the top of the circle and floats it right past the goalie.
And 8 seconds in, we've got a goal already for the Brookings Rangers. That was Ing off the rebound. His initial shot came from TJ Diatasopoulos, and Brookings is going to take an early 1-0 lead. Shot on by Roach wide of the net, and Rushmore will bring it out. This is Petrotto looking for Nolan. He'll miss him. Nolan will come in and challenge Gerstner down in the corner. Gerstner out to Pitts. Pitts moves it ahead. He'll dump it ahead, and it's off the stick of Olsen. Olsen, here's Roach making an inside move. Shot saved. Kobe. Pitts rebound. Backhand. Covered up. And that's Connor Kobe starting in goal tonight for Rushmore. They're changing it up. It was Jason Walter last night. Tonight, Kobe gets the nod for Coach Dick Novak and his Rushmore Thunder. And an early strike for Brookings already. Just 8 seconds into the game, it was Ing, Matt Ing from Diatasopoulos to give the Rangers a 1-0 lead. Here's Ryman, intercepted there by the Rangers and dumped back down in the zone. And we've got a penalty coming up. It's going to be on Jace Collins of the Brookings Rangers for head contact. That's your head referee, Brad Shutt, making the call. And again, Matt, we've talked about this numerous times. Head contact, a major point of emphasis in USA hockey and across the country in all levels of hockey. And the penalty being assessed there to Jace Collins will give Rushmore a man advantage in our first power play of the game.
Rushmore needs to take advantage of this early here to get back on the board and get equal.
It'll be the line of Petrotto, Nolan, and Mitzel out there for the Rushmore Thunder, along with Lieberknight and Haggerty. That'll be your power play line. This one's intercepted by Carter Roach and kept in the Rushmore zone. He'll dump it down low. Lieberknight will give chase. Lieberknight looking for Petrotto. Petrotto will move it ahead and whiff on it. Ing will get to Diatasopoulos. Haggerty will give chase, and down will come Lieberknight. Lieberknight out to Haggerty. Haggerty and some confusion in front. Gerstner will intercept. That's Garrett Gerstner bringing it around looking for a shot. He won't get one off. Play down there by Lieberknight, and a penalty coming up on the Rushmore Thunder.
Brookings being very aggressive here on the penalty kill. Looking for any mistake that Rapid has, they're going to counter them. Matt Ing, one of the top scorers in the state, but also very effective on shorthanded opportunities on the season. He has 4 shorties.
And it's TJ Nolan for the Rushmore Thunder with the 2-minute hook and penalty. It'll put us 4-on-4 for the next minute, 14 seconds.
15-16 in the first.
Not a good time to take a penalty right after you get the power play, but we'll play 4-on-4. Here comes Ryman, the captain of this Rushmore Thunder team. Checked there by Caleb Olsen in the zone, held by Brookings. Corey Roach will give chase. That's Jack Olsen of the Rushmore Thunder. He'll pick it up and bring it up the ice. Pass ahead to Ryman. Ryman will get into there by Bullington, and then Olsen will dump it down deep into the Brookings zone. Here's Bullington looking for Corey Roach. Roach ahead to Zach Van Leer. Van Leer will stick handle and move it back around. Looking to set things up for the Brookings Rangers, and the puck dumped down into the Rushmore zone. Giving chase is Olsen. Olsen will look ahead for Peter Wright, and he'll miss him, and the puck will go length the ice. And we'll have a stoppage of play on the icing. 14:29 to go in the first, and Brookings has already struck gold. 1-0 Brookings leads, and we're 4-on-4 for the next 28 seconds, and then Brookings will have a short man advantage. Face out down to the Rushmore zone, won by Mitzel. Mitzel over to Lieberknight. Lieberknight looking for Petrotto, but he'll miss him. Carter Roach will keep the zone. Shot on. Save. Colby comes out to Rittershouse. Rittershouse shot, and he'll whiff. Saved by Colbase.
Mitzel came up from behind Ritterhouse and picked his pocket to make sure he did not get that shot off.
And so far, it's all Brookings Rangers. The puck down in their zone, the Rushmore zone, almost the entire first 3 minutes of play here.
Brookings doing exactly what they've done all season. They're forechecking hard and making sure that they control the puck at all times.
Here's House facing off with Mitzel. Mitzel will now face off with Pitts. Pitts will win the draw back to Gerstner. Gerstner, a shot on, save Colbait, he'll steer it wide. Ritter's House got the puck down low in his zone. He'll get to Corey Roach. Corey Roach over to Gerstner. Gerstner sets it up, slap shot, save Colbait. He'll tip it with his glove behind the net. And we'll have a stoppage as the puck got lodged on the back of the net. And a face-off coming up down in the Rushmore zone. 13:59 to play here in the first period, and so far, shots on goal, Brookings 5, Rushmore 0. And we've got a 44 seconds to go on that Rushmore penalty to TJ Nolan. Shot on by Chapin, and a save made by Colbait.
Brookings power play this season has been very effective, coming in at 32%. Rushmore on the other hand is struggling a little bit on their penalty kill, sitting at 74%.
Top power play team in the state, tied with Sioux Falls at 32%. This one iced to the length of the ice by the Thunder, picked up by Corey Roach behind his net. Here comes Roach up the ice. He'll carry it all the way in right-hand side. Looking for Ritter's House, he'll miss it. Almost intercepted there by Rushmore, and then they will try and clear the zone, but it won't. It'll be held in by Ritter's House. Puck battle in the corner here. Ryman, and a penalty coming up on the Rapid City Thunder. This is going to be Peterite, and he's going to go 2 minutes for tripping. So we'll now have a 5-on-3 advantage for the Brookings Rangers for the next 13 seconds.
And on the ice now are some of the top scorers for Brookings power play. Van Leer sitting at 7 goals on the season on the power play. Gerstner with 5, also Roach with 5.
Gerstner working down to Ing. Ing back to Gerstner. High in the slot. Gerstner back to Ing. Slap shot. Goal!
Oh, that is Matt Ing's second goal. Matt Ing with the one-timer from Gerstner finds the open net and makes it a 2-0 game. There's still a penalty left on the clock. Also, they'll have a minute and 50 seconds left for the man advantage.
Credit Ing with the goal. Gerstner will get the assist, I believe, along with Theodosopoulos. And now Brookings leads it 2-0. So the penalty by Nolan erased with that goal, a power play goal for Brookings. They still have another minute 47 to go on the power play. Here's Carter Roach dumping it down low. Here's Tristan Liebernight looking to clear the zone, but Gerstner will hold it in. Gerstner over to Theodosopoulos. Theodosopoulos will work around left-hand side. Slap shot blocked by Liebernight in front. Gerstner will hold it, get it down to Carter Roach. Checked there by Tristan Liebernight. It'll be Haggerty trying to move it around. But Ing will hold the zone. Here's TJ Theodosopoulos, shot. Looks for Van Leer. Van Leer will turn around, shoot wide of the net, just missed. Another Brookings goal. Gerstner will hold the zone, move it back down to Zach Van Leer. Van Leer will look for Ing on the left hash. Ing back to Theodosopoulos, top of the point. Over to Gerstner. Gerstner, shot, goal!
Gerstner with the rip from the bottom right side. What a great pass by TJ to set him up right there. Brookings power play right now is 2 for 2. They've been solid all weekend.
So early mistakes by the Rushmore Thunder have led to a 3-0 advantage for the Brookings Rangers. We're not even 5 minutes into this game. 12:25 to go in the first. It's already 3-0 Brookings.
Brookings Rangers goal, number 2.
Pitch shot, saved by Colbait. Boy, that one bounced between his pads and almost with the net as well, but a save by Colbait will bring up the faceoff down in the Brookings zone.
Coach Noel talked about earlier that her keys to this success today was to do your job. Each player needed to come out and do exactly what they need to do, and Ing has done it exactly. He's their goal scorer for this team, and he has done that twice already tonight.
Henley will move the puck down low in the zone to Corey Roach. Roach to Pitts. Pitts now left hash. He'll be stolen by Peterite. Peterite up to This is Schmidt, and Schmidt will dump it in, and it's going to be called offsides as Ryman had come in early for the Rushmore Thunder. Face-off coming up just outside the Brookings zone. 11:58 to go here in the first. Already a 3-0 Brookings lead on the Rushmore Thunder. Knight will dump it down into the Brookings zone. Carter Roach over to Gerstner. Gerstner up to Scott, and we've got a penalty coming up. It's going to be on Carter Roach for interference, and Rapid's going to get a power play.
Rapid needs to take advantage of this power play right here to try to get themselves back into this game. Down 3 goals already with 12 minutes still left in the first period.
Brookings will send out the defensive tandem of Collins and Bullington, Vitasopoulos and Ing. Out for Rapid is their top line of Peter Wright, Schmidt, and Ryman with Lieberknight and Mitzel at the points. Collins will wing it around. Peter Wright will intercept. Peter Wright work it down to Ryman. Ryman will work it around. Up to Schmidt, a one-timer, and he didn't get quite a good piece on it. It'll get blocked in front. Lieberknight will hold the zone. Lieberknight over to Mitzel. Mitzel, Lieberknight. It's going to come out of the zone, and Rushmore will have to touch up on the outside. So here's Bullington. He's got time. He'll wait and then dump it down the length of the ice. Waiting there is Lieberknight, and he'll regroup his team. Here comes Lieberknight through center ice. He'll dump it down low into the Brookings zone. Robotham will lead for Bullington, and Bullington pressured there by Ryman. He'll move over to Collins. Collins pressured there again by Peter Wright. Lieberknight will hold the zone. To Schmidt, Schmidt to Peter Wright, save Robotham. Oh, a good chance there by the Rushmore Thunder, but Robotham will glove it down in a face-off coming up.
Looks like Rapid's going to keep Mitzel on the ice. Mitzel yesterday had 2 power play goals. They're looking for him tonight to get a couple here to get them back into this game.
Shot by Lieberknight was tipped by Chapin, and a face-off coming up down in the Brookings zone. 1:07 to go on the Carter Roach penalty and the Rushmore Thunder power play. It's Mitzel, Petrato, and Nolan out there with Lieberknight and Haggerty. Face-off will be won by Rushmore, forced ahead, but then Lehman will dump it out into neutral ice. Picked up here by Scott. Here comes Scott. He'll just dump it on goal. Cole Bates will glove it down and cover up. Face-off went up down to the Rushmore zone. So nothing doing so far for the Thunder on the power play here.
No, Rapid needs to figure out how to get something going here to get them back into this game. Still down 3-0.
Lehman will try and hold the zone, and Rushmore will send it the length of the ice. That was Wade Olson, who missed his man. Make that Haggerty missed his man, trying to headman the puck. And with a face-off, the icing call down the Rushmore zone. Gerstner the shot on, he'll hold the zone. It was blocked out there by TJ Nolan. Lieberknight will give chase to Rittershouse. Rittershouse and Lieberknight working down behind the Rushmore zone. Picked up by the Rushmore Thunder. Here comes Haggerty. Make that Mitzel looking for Nolan. Nolan will bring it across center ice. He'll come in the slot. Picked up there by Van Leer. Puts it away, and Gerstner will clear the zone. 25 seconds to go on the Rushmore Thunder power play. Haggerty will work behind his net and regroup his team. Haggerty to Lieberknight. Lieberknight looking to move it ahead to Petrato. Oh, a big hit by Van Leer, and a penalty coming up. It'll be Zach Van Leer getting a 2-minute penalty for interference. And hold your horses, Rushmore is going to get a 5-on-3 man advantage here at the 10:03 mark in the first period.
Rushmore really needs to take advantage of this right now, having a 2-man advantage here. 16 seconds, if they can sneak one in here, they'll still have extra time on the clock from this second penalty by Van Leer.
That was Zach Van Leer of the Brookings Rangers, one of their top scorers. He'll go for 2 minutes for interference. And here come the Thunder. This is Jack Olson. Olson over to Ryman. Shot save Robotham. Oh, big save there. Wade Olson top of the point for the Thunder. Over to Peter Wright. Peter Wright will find Ryman. Ryman shot wide of the net. And Olson will hold the zone for Rushmore. This one now picked off by Vitasopoulos. He'll work around behind the net and bring it out in neutral ice. This will be Olson back to Olson. That's Wade Olson and Jack Olson out there for the Thunder. The Olson tandem on defense. Schmidt will pick it up. He'll move it ahead. This is Jack Olson. He'll dump it down and low into the zone. Picked up there by Gerster, and he'll dump it down the length of the ice. So far, Brookings has been successful killing off their early penalties here in this game.
Just on the sheet, it looks like they've been 90% this year and keeping it strong here in state. Yiannopoulos with the steal, he's all alone, looks for the shot, he finds it, he puts it in, and that's a hat trick already for Matty. That's 2 hat tricks now for him. He had one yesterday in a natural, looking to pick up his second tonight. Matt King has been phenomenal on special teams, power play goals, and shorties.
So the Brookings Rangers, shorthanded, are going to take a 4-0 lead. That's Ings' 6th, make that 5th shorthanded goal of the season. He is second best in the league on shorthanded goals. Yiannopoulos will get the assist.
The Brookings Rangers shorthanded goal from number 27.
Yiannopoulos had a great little pass there. He knew he was getting caught, so he handed it over to Matt Ing, and Matt Ing does what he does best. He puts it away for his third of the night.
So another natural hat trick in our postseason play. Unbelievable that we have had that kind of scoring in this state tournament already. Our on-ice staff has picked up the hats on the ice, and we'll get a puck drop here just shortly. Rapids is going to take a timeout at the 8:53 mark in the first period. So far, it's been all Brookings Rangers. They've come out hot. They've poured the shots on net. They have a 4-0 lead. And Rapid, a shorthanded goal there by Ing. They just allowed. Coach Dick Novak will take this time out and try and regroup his troops.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Larson Manufacturing, the lead storm door company in the United States. Larson proudly supports youth activities in communities they serve. This weekend's tournament is being produced and streamed on Brookings.tv, the new media service for Brookings area. Brookings.tv is a part of TV Production Incorporated. The tournament internet broadcast is brought to you in part by Rounds Construction in Brookings, moving the earth one log at a time since 1991. Industrial Machine and Engineering is proud sponsor of the tournament internet broadcast. Industrial Machine and Engineering is your one-stop tool and die shop. They have experience and expertise to help you with all your manufacturing tools. We're back in action here.
After the timeout, Rapid will win the draw. Jack Taylor ahead to Peterite. Peterite to Ryman. Make that Schmidt that dumps it up to Ryman. Peterite will give chase down in the corner. Peterite will move it back to Jack Olsen. Back to Peterite. Here's Peterite. Moves in. Shots blocked by Jace Collins. Another blocked shot by the Brookings Rangers. And so far, they've held the Thunder to just 2 shots on net midway through the first period. Olsen will work it around to Peterite. Peterite looking to move it ahead to Ryman. Here comes, make that Schmidt. Here comes Schmidt to Ryman. Ryman left hand side. Shot, save, Robot, then we'll let it stop. And a face-off coming up.
Good save there by Robot. He took that one right in his gut and covered it up so that there was no rebounds at all.
11 seconds left in the Jack Van Leer penalty. Rapid will win the draw. Haggerty misses Mitzel and will go all the way around the net. Ethan Meyer will pick it up and he'll dump it out of the zone, and Liebernight will have to regroup. Liebernight to Haggerty. Haggerty back to Liebernight. He'll move it ahead and miss his man. That was Mitzel, the intended recipient, but too far ahead of him. Brookings will move it up. Here comes Pitts. Pitts, the drop pass just missed. And it was Source that dumped it back into the Brookings zone. Now Meyer ahead to Pitts. Pitts will try and dump it in. Liebernight will intercept, looking for Source, and he'll miss his man. This is Mitzel now. Make that Haggerty regrouping. Liebernight ahead, but he'll miss his man, and Meyer will dump it back down in the Rushmore zone. Colbath out to play it. Here's Liebernight. Oh, a big hit by Roach, but Liebernight will maintain possession and move it ahead. Puck was tipped, and Ethan Meyer will try and dump it back into the zone. Liebernight will intercept it. Here he comes. Big slap shot on. Robotham, glove save. And we'll have a stoppage of play. 7:18 to go here in the first period, and it's already Brookings 4, the Rushmore Thunder 0. Ryan wins the draw back to Olsen. Olsen, a shot off his own guy that was was Peter Wright. His skate tipped it away from the net. Ryman will try and get it, but Theodosius will intercept Gerstner. Looking for Van Leer. Olsen will hold the zone for Rapid. Olsen to Peter Wright. Peter Wright will work on it down in the corner. Carter Roach. Peter Wright comes away with it. He'll look to get it back to his defenseman. Nope, he'll look for Ryman. Ryman, he'll miss. Haggerty will move over and try and play in. This is Gerstner getting out of the zone for Brookings. Up to Van Leer. Now over to Ing. Here comes Ing. He'll move it in. Ing on his backhand. He'll straight to his forehand looking for Van Leer. This in front of the net and a penalty coming up on the Rushmore Thunder. Here's Van Leer in front. Saved by Colbase. And we're going to have, this is Schmidt going to the box for a hooking call.
Looks like he got his stick in there when Van Leer was heading to the net with Ings fast across.
He took Van Leer out of the play, and he's going to go to the box. It's Hayden Schmidt, 2 minutes for hooking at the 6:36 to go in the first period. So Brookings back in the man advantage. They'll send out their third line with Garrett Mounds, Chase Collins, and Austin Himley.
Goal by number 22, Garrett Brown.
And Garrett Brown with the power play goal. That's his first of the season. And the Rangers are going to go up 5-0 here in the first period.
Brookings are just on fire right now, putting everything to the net, and everything just keeps to go in. It looks like we're going to have a goalie change here for Rapid. Now in net for Rapid is Jason Walter.
So 6:27 to go here in the first period of play. It's the Brookings Rangers 5, the Rushmore Thunder 1. Here's Lieberknight. He'll dump it down low in the zone. Coach Needham will keep out Garrett Rounds, Jace Collins, and Austin Himley for fourth line. Here's Schmidt working down low in the corner. Schmidt looking for Ryman. He'll miss it. Tipped away by Himley. Tipped away by Peter Wright. Peter Wright down to Schmidt. Bullington taking off the puck. Himley's interviewed by Peter Wright there and then cleared out of the zone by Bullington. Lieberknight will chase it down for Rushmore in his own zone. He'll give to Haggerty. Picked up by Scott, but Walter will clear it away. Make that Krogman. It was Krogman who intercepted it. Chapin here will play chase to Ryman. And we've got an offsides call coming up. 5:35 to go here in the first period of play. It's Brookings 5, the Thunder 0. Offsides the call.
Rapid is needing some kind of spark right now to help them get back into this game, trailing 5-0.
And here comes the sophomore line of Mitzel, Nolan, and Petrato. Petrato, the shot blocked by Himley in front of the net. Here comes Nolan. Nolan around the corner looking for Mitzel. Shot on save, Robotham. Oh, a big save for Hunter Robotham. Mitzel was on the doorstep.
He did. He came out and took that angle away. He hasn't been tested much, but that was a big save.
Here comes Meyer. He'll get intercepted by Jack Olsen. Olsen will dump it ahead to Nolan. Just missed him. Played back in neutral ice. Here's Himley regrouping in his own zone. Himley will work ahead to Chapin and miss him. As will Olsen miss that one, and on will come Krogman giving chase on Jack Taylor. Big hit there by Krogman on Jack Taylor of the Rushmore Thunder. Gerstner will regroup in his own zone, looking ahead to Krogman, and Krogman will dump it down the length of the ice. And we're going to get an offside, make that an icing call, and bring this faceoff down into the Brookings Rangers zone. 4:42 to go in our first period of play. Face-off down on the right side, making the left side of Hunter Robotham. Brookings win the face-off. Gerstner over to Roach. This is Corey Roach. We'll flip it ahead to Pitts. Pitts will just miss it. And it'll be Peter Wright working it ahead to Ryman. Ryman picked off there by Gerstner, then back down into the Rushmore zone. Haggerty picked up by Roach. Roach a shot just wide of the net. And Corey Roach on the doorstep there just missed another goal for the Brookings Rangers. Now Rapid will try and regroup. Here's Haggerty moving it ahead to Schmidt. Schmidt looking ahead to Ryman. Ryman will get chased, and so will Gerstner. Gerstner will win the race to the puck and work around low in the Brookings zone. Nice job by Garrett Gerstner to win the race to the puck and keep possession. Lieberknight will dump it back. Carter Roach will intercept it ahead to his brother Corey Roach. Just missed a breakaway chance there for the Brookings Rangers. Now Lieberknight behind his net. He'll regroup. Pitts will give chase. Lieberknight looking ahead to Nolan. Here comes Nolan. He'll dump it down into the Brookings zone. Bullington and Mitchell will give chase. As will Nolan. Nolan will try and pick it off. Bullington behind his own net now. He'll be looking for Pitts. And it's going to move back in by Olsen. Olsen down to Nolan. Picked off by Bullington. Bullington moving around to Lehman. Lehman looking for Van Leer. Here's Van Leer ahead to Theodosopoulos, and here comes TJ Theodosopoulos. One-on-one with Jack Olsen, a big move, and tipped away by Olsen of the Rushmore Thunder and cleared out of the zone. Mitchell will give chase. Lehman will get in his way and tip it away.
Looks like we got a penalty here.
And we're going to get a penalty on Lehman of the Brookings Rangers for interference as he got Mitchell's way and took away a chance for Mitchell on a scoring opportunity. That's Brad Shutt, your head referee, making the call. This one at the 3:05 mark in the first period. Make that 3:05 to go here in our first period of play. A 2-minute penalty on Lehman of the Rangers and another Rushmore Thunder power play. Gerstner will give chase, as will Connor. Gerstner wins the battle, and here comes Gerstner. He'll take his time and wait and flip it ahead. Down the length of the ice in the Rushmore zone. Walters will play it to Lieberknight. Lieberknight will bring it up. Left-hand side. Here comes from Lieberknight. Lieberknight working ahead. Chapin will pick it off. And again, he'll pick it off and look for Scott. He had Scott for the breakaway, but here comes Rushmore. Lieberknight ahead looking for Mitchell. It gets tipped. Mitchell over to Lieberknight. Lieberknight in front of the zone. Shot. Counter. Oh, save Robotham.
What a great save there on the doorstep.
And a penalty coming up. A slashing call, and it's going to go against Alex Connor of the Rushmore Thunder. He's going to get a 2-minute penalty for slashing with 2:19 to go, and we'll go back to 4-on-4 hockey for 1 minute and 14 seconds here as we wind down our first period of play.
That is going to hurt Rushmore there when they had that man advantage helping them out. Now they're sitting down.
Here comes Peter Wright, shot on, save Robotham, rebound, save Robotham, oh, a big save. And another one by Robotham.
Robotham's had to stand tall right now these past couple minutes, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do to keep their team.
Rushmore has been bringing some pressure here in the last few minutes. Peter Wright will pick it off. He'll look for Ryman. Ryman and picked off by Bullington. Here comes Corey Roach and Trevor Pitts. Pitts will move it in the Rushmore zone on the left-hand side. He'll work around one defender, then checked by Jack Taylor off the puck, and here comes Jack Taylor of the Rushmore Thunder. Taylor ahead to Peter Wright. Just missed him, and Corey Roach will dump it down into the Rushmore zone. 1:37 to go here in the first period of play. Cleared out by Rapid City. It'll be TJ Nolan working with Ethan Meyer here. Down low in the Rushmore zone. Ing will pick off this pass, and the penalty coming up. And it's going to go on Ethan Meyer. 2 minutes for interference, and now Rapids going to have a man advantage. We're going to go 4-on-3 here for the last minute and 17 seconds of our first period at least.
It looks like Ethan Meyer had a little bit of a retaliation penalty there. He got hit and gave him a little shot back after that hit.
So we'll go 4-on-3 after the Ethan Meyer penalty. Carter Roach will work it back to Garrett Gerstner's defensive partner here, and Gerstner will clear it down the length of the ice. So this will be a Rapid City power play, although a 4-on-3 variety. TJ Theodosopoulos will chase down with Lieberknight.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute remaining.
Here comes the Thunder. Worked ahead and picked off by Ing. And it's offside will be the call. And a face-off coming up. We're back to 4-on-4. 36 seconds remain in the penalty to Connor of Rapid. A minute 38 on the penalty to Ethan Meyer of the Rangers. 54 seconds to go here in our first period of play. It'll be Ing and Van Leer, along with Carter Roach and Garrett Gerstner for the Brookings Rangers. It's Mitchell and Nolan, along with Lieberknight and Olsen for the Rushmore Thunder. Oh, big hit there by Mitzel on Carter Roach. Nolan will take the puck. He'll work it over to Liebernight. Liebernight, left-hand side, he'll take a shot. Save Robotham. Oh, Travis in front and a big save by Hunter Robotham. Oh, and we got a penalty coming up.
Looks like Roach is going back in for his second. He needs to be careful now. That's an early second penalty he's got in the first. You got 3 penalties in one game. You're disqualified for the rest of that game, and that will hurt the Brookings Rangers if he is out.
It's going to be Carter Roach, 2 minutes for roughing. And in 19 seconds, Rushmore will have a 2-man advantage. Liebernight over to Olsen, just wide of that. That one got tipped and went high and wide. Nolan and Mitzel will work it down low for the Rushmore Thunder. Van Leer working on Mitzel. Here's Mitzel. Mitzel will bring it out. He'll make a move on Van Leer. Puck got dislodged. Mitzel will pick it back up on the left-hand side. Looks for Olsen. Shot. Backhand save Robotham. Liebernight will intercept the dump. A shot. Save Robotham. Penalty coming up. And here we go. Brookings is going to get another penalty. It's going to be Jace Collins. And yet another chance for the Rushmore Thunder. The Rangers fans don't like the call, but it's going to give the Rapid City Thunder at a minimum a 2-man advantage for the next 2 minutes of play. They'll pull Walters now with 8 seconds to go in the first period to put the extra attack on the ice. For Rushmore Thunder, face-off will be set down with the ice, and that'll bring us to the end of our first period of play. So at the end of one, the Brookings Rangers lead 5-0, but don't go anywhere. The Varsity Thunder will come back to start the second period with a 2-man advantage and another penalty waiting to begin once it's over. Both captains, Ryman and Theodosopoulos, will meet with the referees to discuss the recent penalty calls in front of the net as we end this first period of play. We're going to step away for a few minutes here. We'll come back with a first period recap in just a few minutes. For Matt George, I'm Dane Eady. And we'll step away. I'm going to let Matt George recap our first period of play and explain to the viewers here what is going to happen now that Brookings will have 4 men in the box.
As Dan said, it's going to be Brookings with 4 people in the box. And with that, we have 2 penalties up on the board right now. 43 seconds left and 1 minute and 23. Both those, when they expire, another penalty will come up. So Brookings will stay 5-on-3. After the first one, they'll still be 5-on-3. When Roach's penalty is over, they'll still have a 5-on-3. Not until Chase Collins. When his penalty is up, Brookings will finally get a man back, and then they will be 5-on-4. It also looks like Brookings has a bench minor to start the period. So with that, the Rushmore Thunder will have about a 3.5-minute 5-on-3 to start this period. We'll see if they can take advantage of that and get back into this game.
So after 1 period of play, your score, the Brookings Rangers 5, the Rushmore Thunder 0. In that period, there was 13 shots on goal for the Rangers and 10 for the Rushmore Thunder. And for a scoring recap in this period, I'll take it back to Matt George.
8 seconds into the game, Matt Ing gets his 4th of the weekend. Assist from TJ Theodopoulos. And 3 minutes and 40 seconds later, Matt Ing gets his 2nd of the night. Assist by Garrett Gershner. At 4:28 of the first period, Garrett Gershner gets his 2nd goal of the tournament. Assist by TJ Theodopoulos and Matt Ing. At 8:07, Brookings Rangers, Matt Ing gets his hat trick, a short-handed goal. Assist also by TJ Theodopoulos, and that's a playmaker for him. And finally at 10:33, Garrett Gershner gets a power play goal, unassisted.
So in that period, Ing with 3 goals, Theodosopoulos with 3 assists, Garrett Gerstner a goal, Matt Ing an assist, Garrett Gerstner an assist, and Garrett Rounds your 5th goal in that period. Here's a shot by Peterite. Save Robotham and a goal.
Like we talked about, Rapid needs to come out and take advantage of this penalty, and they do. That is a goal.
It's going to be Alec Ryman with the goal. The assists will go to Mark Peterite. And the Thunder strike early, just 7 seconds, make that 17 seconds into the 2nd period. And now it's a 5-1 Brookings lead. So Ryman from Peterite giving the Thunder their 1st goal of the game.
Coach Novak must have had some good words put into the period to get the Thunder fired up there and get them on going hot.
For Ryman, his 16th goal of the season. Peterite will pick up his 20th assist. Shot here by Peterite. Oh, Bullington will pick it off in front. On the back door there was Ryman looking for his 2nd goal. Here comes the Thunder now. Carter Roach and Jace Collins penalties are already teed up, so a 5-on-3 advantage for the Thunder, and yet the bench minor that was given to Coach Noel Needham at the end of the 1st period still waiting to happen, so the 5-on-3 advantage will continue for at least another minute and 15 seconds. Here is Sorsted trying to hold the zone. He won't. Lieberknight will bring it out center ice. Lieberknight will bring it in. Offside's the call. Face-off coming up outside the Brookings zone. For the Rangers, it's Theodosopoulos, Gerstner, and Caleb Bullington. Out for Rapid is the line of Sorsted, Nolan, and Petrato, with Mitzel and make that Lieberknight on D. Shot here wide of the net. Mitzel will pick it up on the left side. Mitzel over to Sorsted. Sorsted across ice to Lieberknight. Lieberknight will turn it around and set it back up. He'll move it back over to Mitzel. Cross the ice, left-hand side. Mitzel back to Lieberknight. Just missed the pass, but Lieberknight will pick it back up and move it around. Here comes Lieberknight. Shot on, save, Robotham, rebound. Off the post, save. Puck is still loose and cleared by Gerstner. And a high stick will be the call on Rapid. The faceoff will come all the way down. That puck was off the pipe, hit Robotham, and just about went in. Brookings able to pull it out and clear it out of the zone. That was Gerstner on the clear.
Rapid putting tons of pressure on now, starting the 2nd period and needing it and doing it very well.
The Carter Roachik penalty has expired now. Will remain 5-on-3. The bench minor has begun. 13 seconds to go. Make that 12 seconds to go on the 2-man advantage. A minute 18 to go on the power play here for Rapid City. 14:54 to go here in the 2nd. Brookings 5, Rapid City 1. Here's Olsen for Rapid. Ahead to Schmidt. Schmidt over Lieberknight. Back to Olsen.
Brookings are now just 1 man down.
Peter in good shape. Lieberknight will hold the zone. Eng will clear. Picked off there by Scott. And then back to Schmidt. Schmidt over to Ryman. Ryman will dump it all the way in. And a change here for the Rapid City Thunder. Picked up by Nolan. Here comes Nolan. Nolan picked up by Ing, looking for Mitzel in front of the net. And the Rangers will clear it down the length of the ice. Lieberknight will pick it up and move it ahead to Petrato, picked off there by Carter Roach. Here comes TJ Nolan. He'll bring it in. Move it over to Mitzel. Shot on, blocked in front by one of the Rangers. I believe that was Roach. Puck down in the corner. Collins, the big hit there on Mitzel. Nolan looking for Petrato. He'll pick it back up. Here's Nolan's shot. Tipped and out of play. That one had a chance, but Carter Roach got down and blocked that shot and deflected it high and wide of the net.
Great defensive work there.
And the penalties are over. Brookings has killed off essentially more or less 4 of their 5 penalties that they took on in the last few minutes of that first period and moved into the second here.
And looks like we're going to have a Brookings timeout here. Rapid getting great pressure on those power plays, and Brookings doing a great job killing off all of them except giving up just 1 goal in that about 3.5-minute span of 5-on-3s.
So both teams now have used their timeouts, and we're just a few minutes into the second period. So if this game does get close later on, both teams will be out of their timeouts. Noelle Needham, coach of the Brookings Rangers, has taken her timeout. Earlier in the first period, Dick Novak, head coach of the Rushmore Thunder, had taken his after his team had suffered a 3-goal deficit early in the first period.
Looks like Noelle might be trying to get her boys all back into a groove, getting them to go back to their game plan, and as she had earlier said, do the job of your job that is done. Their roles are key for each player, and each player needs to do their key role in this game to make sure that they come home with the victory. Looks like the Rapid fans are getting into it now, trying to get their team fired up as they got a face-off right now in the offensive zone, looking to get another goal here quick.
Mitchell will win the draw. He'll come in looking for Nolan. Nolan, a shot. Oh, just wide of the net. Oh, Nolan on the doorstep. And that puck just wide of the net. He was looking to go weak side there on Robotham. Puck out of the neutral zone. Lieberknight will work it ahead, looking for Petrato. He'll miss him. Himley will work it ahead and miss his man, and it'll go all the way down. Walters will come out and play it over to Lieberknight. Lieberknight up to Petrato. Himley will hold the zone. Corey Roach loses the handle but keeps it in. Works it down to Rittershouse. Rittershouse looking for Pitts. He'll find him. Pitts looking in front for Roach, but it's picked off by Rapid. And here is Mitchell working it ahead. Meyer will hold the zone for Brookings. Tipped by Mitchell. Meyer picks it back up. Now stolen by Nolan. Oh, big hit there by Lieberknight on Mitchell. Pitts the rebound, and it just goes high and wide of the net. Big hit there by Pitts on Petrato. And Rapid will try and bring out the zone. Bullington will hold. Shot on. Save Walters. And a face-off coming up. 12:38 to go here in the second period. Brookings leading 5-1.
Walters had a good snag there, making sure that he controlled the rebound, while number 17, Pitts, was crashing the net hard for any rebounds given up.
And Rapid trying to get something going here, but now Brookings controlling. Here's Ing. Ing plays on with Peterwright, wins that battle, moves it around looking for Van Leer. Van Leer will work on Schmidt. This puck comes out in front, but tipped away by Taylor. Taylor will play Ing, trying to keep it away from Ing, but Ing will find Bullington. Nope, he won't. It's picked off by Rapid. Schmidt trying to work it out of his own zone. Picked up by Theodopoulos. Here's Theodopoulos bringing it around, looking for Ing. Ing, a shot, save Walters. Schmidt will try and clear, but held in by Bullington. Bullington up to Ing. Ing looking for Van Leer. It's tipped in front there by Jack Olson. Olson looking for the big hit on Van Leer, but Van Leer gets the better end of it. Here comes Ryman. Ryman ahead. Ryman will dump it in.
Oh, scary bounce there.
Robotham, but tipped away by Ing. Oh, man. Tipping and bouncing in front of the net, but Robotham will club this one down. And a face-off coming up down in the Brookings zone.
As we talked about earlier, these boards are very lively. A lot of pucks like to bounce off them and come straight back out. And a lot of opportunities for forwards crashing in when a goalie does not look at it and see it coming by. Might sneak past him like it just there to Robotham.
Tip in front there by Mitchell, and it just missed a save by Robotham. Lieberknight found Mitchell in front of the net on the doorstep. Mitchell tried for the tip, but Robotham the save. Brookings will clear the zone center ice. It'll be Lieberknight looking for Haggerty. Haggerty moving it ahead, and a penalty coming up. And it's going to be Haggerty going for head contact. And a power play coming up for the deadliest power play unit in all of South Dakota hockey, the Brookings Rangers.
They are 500 today, and I believe they were 500 or better yesterday.
Nolan will clear the zone for Rapid all the way down, and Theodosopoulos will set his team back up. This one picked up by Mitchell. Here comes Mitchell. Down in the corner working on Theodosopoulos. He'll hold his own shot. Theodosopoulos save Robotham. Oh, he tried to go high glove side, and Robotham swats it away. Mitchell working hard on this Brookings Team keeping it in the zone. Now Nolan the hit on Ing. Ing will move to Theodosopoulos, and he'll move it ahead to Carter Roach. Here comes Carter Roach. Lieber Knight, the poke check. He'll pin up Roach, but Van Leer will get a hold of the puck. Here's Van Leer. Shot on Walters, gloves it down, save. It gets tipped away. Theodosopoulos will hold the zone. Over to Ing. Ing, top, moves it left side. Looks for Van Leer. Van Leer down by the hash. He'll come up looking for a teammate, and then move it back around. Here's Ing. Ing by the left hash mark. Over to Theodosopoulos, top at the point. Gerstner will miss this one. Tried to clear by Mitzel, but he whiffed, and Brookings will hold the zone. Carter Roach will move it around to Van Leer. Van Leer to Ing, tipped away by Mitzel, and here comes Mitzel. One-on-one with TJ Theodosopoulos. Mitzel, a big move, that's Nolan, make it. Shot save, Robotham. And I believe we'll get a crease call here. The faceoff will come outside the zone.
Nolan, one of the deadly players for Rushmore on the season. He's got 4 shorthanded goals. He was looking for his 5th there on that break.
41 seconds to go on the Brookings power play. It's Chapin, Rittershouse, and Scott out there for Brookings on the front lines. Pitts and Corey Roach on defense. Corey Roach a shot, save Walters, glove down. And a face-off coming up. 9:55 to go here in the second. 31 seconds to go on the make that Brookings power play. 5-1 your score. Brookings leading the Rushmore Thunder. Chapin will find Pitts. Pitts will hold the zone and move it back around behind the net. Tipped away and over to Corey Roach on the left hash. Roach will bring it up. Looks for Rittershouse at the point. Rittershouse takes a shot over to Pitts on the right hash. Pitts will move it around. Looking big hit there by Jack Taylor on Pitts. Chapin and Pitts working on Taylor, trying to move that puck loose. Peter Wright will come help, trying to clear the zone. Big hit there by Ryman on Pitts. Pitts will push down Taylor, and a penalty coming up on Pitts. As he took a shot to Jack Taylor, a little bit of a retaliation penalty. And Rapid will now get a power play with 9:18 to go here in the second period.
In a heated battle like this, emotions get the best of you, and there it did on Pitts. Pitts got a little retaliation penalty there. After he was hit, he wanted to get a little shot back and was caught there.
Out will come the line of Petrato, Mitzel, and Nolan. Lieber Knight and Haggerty on the points. Here comes Mitzel, shot blocked by Gerstner. Gerstner will try and clear the zone, hit by Petrato there, and it's out in the neutral zone. Haggerty moves it back to Lieber Knight. Here comes Lieber Knight. Oh, and a penalty coming up. It's going to be on Haggerty for roughing. So we'll go play 4-on-4 hockey now. 18 seconds into the Rushmore power play. Now they're a man down. We'll go 4-on-4. Here comes Ing. He'll dump it down into the Rushmore zone. Lieber Knight picked up by Theodosopoulos, and he'll miss Gerstner. Looking to come in on the far side. Robotham will hold it up for Carter Roach. Roach chased by TJ Nolan. Mitzel will apply some pressure. As Gerstner breaks it out, finds TJ Theodosopoulos. Ahead to Gerstner. Here comes Gerstner. He's got Ing with him, 2-on-2. Gerstner will work it in, find Ing. Ing, a shot.
Goal by Matt Ing! That's his 4th of the game. It all started back when TJ Theodosopoulos headed down the corner, and a great pass to Gerstner. Gerstner takes it in and finds Ing with the drop pass, and Ing buries it far post. Ing has been unbelievable on special teams, 4-on-4 and 5-on-5. He has found ways to bury the puck in any situation that he has been in this weekend. He just picked up his 7th goal of the weekend.
So credit Ing with his 4th goal of the night, Theodosopoulos his 4th assist, and Gerstner his 2nd assist on the night. Brookings now leads at 6-1. Olsen will clear the zone. We'll stay 4-on-4. Icing waved off as the player tipped it, and Caleb Bullington and Mark Peterwright will give chase. Peterwright down in the corner working on Bullington. Bullington will move it around looking for Jace Collins. Collins will bring it around, looking for Van Leer, held in by Rapid City. That's Jack Taylor on the point, holding it in for Rapid. Collins will find Bullington. Bullington will move it ahead. Picked off there by Jack Olson and dumped back in the Brookings zone. Collins ahead to Van Leer. Van Leer, oh, big hit by TJ Nolan, and it'll keep the zone. Mitzel will give chase. Try and take the puck away from Van Leer. Nolan will pick it up. Nolan across to Olson, a shot. Didn't get a good piece on it, and a penalty coming up. It's going to be Van Leer, a cross check, and Rapid City is going to get a man advantage here in 15 seconds.
Looked like another retaliation penalty there. Brookings needs to make sure that their heads are on right now. Taking these cheap penalties, not a good idea. When they've got this big a lead, they got to look for tomorrow. They keep this lead, they're in the championship. But with penalties like this, players could be kicked out in all kinds of places.
Shot on, bouncing puck, and Robotham will make a big save. Face-off coming up. Face-off won by Rapid. Lieberknight, oh, picked off, and here comes Scott. Scott ahead, no one to beat, but Walters, a shot wide of the net. Toe pad save by Walters.
It was a great back check there by Petero.
Shot,
oh, he snipes him! That's Lieberknight there with the power play goal. He beats Robotham, far side. Rushmore now trailing only 4 with 6:47 left in the second period.
And I want to say that Carter Roach's stick might have gotten a piece of that puck and bounced it and redirected it from Robotham. Lieberknight's going to get the goal, I believe, unassisted. And now it's a 6-2 Brookings lead.
That was a huge play by Petero earlier to stop that breakaway, get it to Lieberknight, and Lieberknight buries it when he got the chance.
Oh, hit by Lieberknight on TJ Theodosopoulos, and a penalty coming up. Lieberknight picks up Theodosopoulos and lets him know it wasn't intentional. Just trying to make a good play on him, but he'll go down. It's going to be a 2-minute penalty for checking from behind with a 10-minute misconduct on Lieberknight. And a power play coming up for the Brookings Rangers. Here comes Nolan. Nolan and Theodosopoulos chasing the puck down in the Brookings zone. Nolan, a big hit on Theodosopoulos, and he's down. Here comes Ing on the left-hand side. Mitzel giving chase. Ing will bring it in, and Taylor will deliver the hit and get the puck away. Here comes Mitzel. Now Ing will keep it in. Taylor the big hit on Ing. And now they'll battle in the corner. And the puck will be cleared out by Mitzel. Nolan will give chase. Here comes Corey Roach. Roach picked off there by Haggerty, and he'll clear the zone. Nolan will dump it down, checked there by Theodosopoulos.
The hitting has picked up here in the second period, knowing this battle is for the state title to get into the state title championship game tomorrow afternoon.
Now Brookings trying to work it out of their zone. Here comes Corey Roach to Gershner. Gershner will bring in right-hand side. And Chapin will come in ahead of the play. Offside's the call. 5:11 to go here in our second period of play. It's a Brookings Ranger power play after the checking from behind penalty on just Tristan Lieberknight. Brookings looking to add to their 6 goals that they have already scored early in this game. Rittershouse, Chapin, and Scott out there with Roach and Pitts on defense. Mark Peterwright and Alec Ryman out there for Rushmore, along with Wade Olson and Jack Olson. Here comes Ryman. Ryman checked by Rittershouse. Rittershouse will bring it around to Roach. Picked off there by Peterwright. Peterwright looking for Ryman, but he'll miss him. Here comes Chapin. Chapin picked off by Ryman. Ryman will dump it down the length of the ice, and Rushmore will go for a change. 9 seconds to go in the power play for Brookings. Rittershouse ahead to Pitts. Pitts looks for Chapin. Chapin will bring it in, and offsides will be the call as Roach came in a little too early. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in our second period of play. It's Brookings 6, the Rapid City Rushmore Thunder 2.
Rapid has turned it on in the second period here, getting 2 out of 3 goals scored, leading this period right now.
Nitsa will dump back to Olson. Olson over to Haggerty, and Haggerty will clear the zone. Caught by Collins. He'll dump it back down in. Jack Olson will give chase. He'll pick it up and ice at the length of the ice. No, kept in by Ing. Ing will bring it in, looking for Theodopoulos. Here's Theodopoulos. Shot. Goal!
TJ Theodopoulos snipes from the top. A great hold in there by Ing. Ing finds TJ right in the slot, and TJ does what he does best. He parries it.
It'll go as an even strength goal as the penalty had expired, but Theodopoulos will pick up his second of the game and stretch the Brookings lead to 7-2. Make that correction his first of the game. Already with 4 assists, though, Theodopoulos will add his 5th point. 4:11 to go here in the second period of play. Rushmore tries to break it out. Meyer intercepts it. Taylor giving chase there. Chapin will dump it in for Brookings. Off the glove of Hayden Schmidt. Schmidt checked there by Krogman. Taylor looking around. He'll check. Scott into the boards. Krogman will bring it out. Shot, but blocked in front. Won't get to Walters. Rushmore will try and clear the zone, but held in by Chapin. Chapin to Bullington. Bullington looks to work it out front, but it's intercepted by Olson. That's Wade Olson behind the Brookings. Make that the Rushmore net. Olson working on Scott. He'll get it away and find Peterwright. Peterwright will move it ahead, but Chapin will hold the zone and get it to Scott. Scott will bring it around, looking for a teammate in front of that. Won't find one. Tipped away there by Rushmore. Schmidt will try and work it ahead. He'll try and find Ryman. Ryman will clear the zone. Here comes Scott. Scott over to Meyer. Meyer will dump the puck in. Picked off by Wade Olson. Olson ahead, looking for Peterwright. He'll miss his teammate. The puck will go the length of the ice, and icing will be the call here with 3 minutes to go in our second period of play. So signs of life from Rushmore today at points in the game, but for the most part, the ice has been strongly tilted towards the Brookings Rangers.
Yes, Brookings is finishing on every opportunity that they get and making sure that Rapid doesn't get very many here.
Here comes Himley. Shot. Goal, Chase Collins.
Chase Collins getting his first of the night. Looks like assist is coming from Round. And Himley. Collins originally has been a defenseman throughout the season, but Noel has looked to put him up to a forward, and he has dominated the weekend while he is on the ice, finding ways to put the puck in.
Credit Collins with his third goal of the game, or third goal of the season. It'll be Collins unassisted and a penalty coming up. It's going to be Ryman, 2 minutes for elbowing here with 2:28 to go in the second period.
We are in run time now with the 6-goal differential. Rapid needs to score 2 to bring run time over with.
This will be Garrett make that Kyle Krogman down in the Brookings zone. He'll move it to Gerstner. Gerstner Back to Carter Roach. Carter Roach looking to move it ahead here. Now he'll carry it into his own, or carry it into his offensive zone. Check there by Schmidt. Cleared away by Hagerty. Robotham will hold it up for Scott. Scott will work it around his net. Chased there by Peterwright. Here comes Scott, left-hand side. Works it ahead into the neutral zone. And he'll dump it down into the Rushmore zone. Walters will play it out. Chapin there to pick it up. Chapin looks across. His for Krogman, missed. It'll be Olsen picking it up and clearing the zone. Mitzel will give chase on Carter Roach as he'll move it ahead to Chapin. Here's Chapin, neutral ice. Picked off there by TJ Nolan. Here comes Nolan. Looking for Mitzel. Here's Mitzel. Shot. Goal!
Oh, what a snipe up top. He buries it there. Nolan with a great pass to Mitzel. And Mitzel buries it top shelf.
Credit Brooks Mitzel with his 19th goal of the season. The assist to TJ Nolan, that'll be his 14th of the season. And that tandem has hooked up for numerous points all season long. No surprise here. Here comes Nolan. Nolan, a great move. Oh, Ethan Meyer gets the leg on it and knocks it away. Here comes Meyer. He'll dump it in on Walters. Walters will glove it down and hang on. 48 seconds to go here in the second period. It was a short-handed goal for Mitzel. Nolan will get the assist. And with 30 seconds to go, we'll have a face-off down on the Rushmore end. Out will come Ryman, and then we're back to full strength. Here's Peter Wright ahead to Ryman. Ryman will leave it for Wade Olsen. Here comes Wade Olsen working it in. Checked there by Ethan Meyer, and a penalty coming up. Ethan Meyer is going to go for a late hit. It'll be 2 minutes for roughing as the second period expires. And Rabbit will come back out with a power play. We're going to come to the end of 2. It's the Brookings Rangers 8, the Rushmore Thunder 3. Liebernight left the box early. He's still serving that 10-minute misconduct from his checking from behind penalty. He'll have to wait till the next stoppage of play, it sounds like. And we're going to take a quick second here to double check that we've got the time right. For the viewers out there, we'd like to thank Daktronics. Daktronics features displays and scoring products in all 50 states and more than 100 countries, including many of our state's hockey rinks. 23 of 30 NHL facilities have Daktronics scoring and or display equipment. Whenever you travel, look for Daktronics displays at the Super Bowl, Times Square, billboards on the highway, and at storefronts made right here in South Dakota. Thanks to Daktronics for supporting our internet broadcast for the 2013 state tournament. Here's Corey Roach down in the zone, looking to set things up in the power play. He'll look for Pitts and miss him. Jack Taylor will give chase for the Rapid City Thunder. Here comes Nolan looking for Ryman. He'll miss him. Intercepted there by Rittershouse. Here comes Rittershouse, left-hand side. Looking to move it in. Taylor shot, save, rebound, save. Walters, Rittershouse and Roach getting a save. Getting a shot on goal there, both saved by Walters. And now Rushmore will bring it out of the zone. We're back to full strength. Taylor will dump it down deep into the Brookings zone. Here's Bullington. Looking ahead, and he'll just dice it the length of the ice. And we'll get a stoppage of play here at the 12:15 mark of the third period.
Walters playing very strong here after coming off a huge performance yesterday in the game versus Watertown.
And I've got to make a correction. Earlier, I announced a 9-3 Brookings lead. We checked our scorecard, and there was no goal. I think we had an error on the scoreboard down there. They've made that change, though. It's still 8-3 is your score. So what you're seeing there on your screen is correct. 8-3 Brookings leads. Schmidt will hold the zone, but it's deflected and moved out of the zone. Here comes Scott for Brookings. Scott, left-hand side against Wade Olsen. Olsen will tip it away, and Peter Wright will give chase. Scott tries to chase down Peter Wright. Peter Wright will try and move it ahead to his teammate Schmidt. This will be Schmidt working it around. Looking ahead for Peter Wright. He'll miss him. Himley will pick it off and dump it back down deep into the Rapid zone. 11:25 to go here in the third period. Again, it's Brookings leading 8-3. Rapid trying to get something going here early in this third period, trying to get back in the game. This one picked off by Sorsted. Here comes Sorsted. He'll move in. Picked off there by Gerstner, and he'll move it ahead. Kept in there by Jack Olson. Olson to Petrano. Petrano tried to make a move, but Gerstner will pick him off, and here comes Garrett Gerstner. And Gerstner will dump it down. Walters will cover up the bouncing puck, and we'll get a stoppage here at the 10:50 mark of the third period.
As we stated earlier, run time happens when 6 goals are scored, and it's not stopped until the team that is trailing by 6 gets the differential back to 4. Right now, the differential is at 5, so that's why the clock is still running.
Lieberknight has returned to the game for Rapid. His 10-minute misconduct has expired. He had earlier in the game been assessed a 2-minute penalty for checking from behind, and along with that comes a 10-minute misconduct. So he had been serving all 12 minutes since the second period. He's back on the ice now, though, for Rapid, their senior captain. Puck dumped down in the zone by Ethan Meyer. Brookings will go for a change. Oh, picked off. Whipped by Haggerty, picked off by Ing. Ing's shot was blocked partially by Lieberknight, and it goes wide of the net. Ing will move it around to Theodosopoulos. Theodosopoulos out to Van Leer. Van Leer shot off the pipe, and no goal. Oh, Van Leer was right there on the doorstep and just missed, making this a 9-3 game. Here's Van Leer, a shot, just tying wide of the net. Ing will give chase as with Nolan. And here comes Haggerty trying to clear the zone. Ing will hold in. And now that's Petrano. He'll dump it the length of the ice. And we'll get an icing call here at the 9:30 mark of the third period.
Van Leer, although not on the point sheet very much, he is a key contributor to that line of TJ Theodopoulos, Matt Ing, and Van Leer.
Daktronics, a proud sponsor of our tournament again. Daktronics of Brookings is pleased to have brought you this broadcast of South Dakota Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament. Daktronics appreciates all their employees who contribute to the community organizations. With the company's dollar-for-dollar corporate match, Daktronics and its employees will be contributing nearly $140,000 to local United Way organizations in 2013. Thanks to Daktronics for making this broadcast possible throughout the 2013 Boys State Tournament. Rapid trying to move things ahead. Here is Peter Wright ahead to Schmidt. Schmidt will get picked off there by Krogman. Krogman around looking for Scott. Picked off by Ryman. He'll hold the zone. Ryman moving the puck around looking for a teammate, and we're going to get a stoppage here. Lehman and Peter Wright are both going to go for coincidental minors for roughing at the 8:16 mark here in the third period. So it's Lehman for Brookings and Peter Wright for Rapid. We'll stay 5-on-5 as those were coincidental minor penalties. Both of those individuals were pushing and shoving in front of the net, and that was the reason for the stoppage and the call. The sophomore line of Mitzel, Petrano, and Nolan are out there again, and I say sophomore loosely because Nolan only a freshman. Those three gentlemen were part of the Bantam A runner-up team last year. We mentioned the Mitchell Marlins having a number of players from their Bantam A state champion team. A number of these Rushmore Thunder players, part of that runner-up team that lost to Mitchell in the championship last year. Petrano, Mitchell, and Nolan part of that team. So again, for Rushmore, a very bright future as well. 7:30 here to go here in the third period. It's Brookings 8, Rapid City Thunder 3. And here comes Nolan, working the puck out of his own zone to Petrano. Petrano will try and move it ahead. He'll find Nolan. Here comes Nolan. Nolan and Mitzel. Nolan and Mitzel will come 2-on-1. Here's Mitzel. Shot saved by Robotham and covered up.
Ritterhouse was on Mitzel very well to make sure that Mitzel did not get a key shot off there, and only a little trickle that Robotham had to stop.
So tomorrow we'll bring you action. 9:30 is the puck drop for the 5th place Consolation Championship. That'll be the Huron All-Stars, the Huron All-Stars facing off against the Watertown Lakers. Both of them were victorious today And then our third place game will feature the Oahe Capitals, and the loser of this one, which appears as of right now to be the Rushmore Thunder, that game will take place at 12:30. And then our championship game will take place 3:30. That'll be Sioux Falls versus the winner of this, which appears right now to be Brookings. All those games, keep in mind, will come to you live 9:30, 12:30, and 3:30. But don't forget, tonight is daylight savings, so we will be an hour ahead of what we're used to. Here comes Van Leer, left hand, right hand side. He'll shoot, save Walters, and a penalty coming up on the Rushmore Thunder. I believe it's going to be Wade Olson, and yes, it will be. Wade Olson make that Alex Connor. Alex Connor's going to go for 2 minutes for roughing. 5:56 to go here in the third period. Again, it's Brookings 8, the Rapid City Thunder 3.
Brookings will be on their 13th power play today.
Out there for Brookings is the fourth line for Noel Needham. It's Garrett Rounds, Chase Collins, and Austin Himley on defense, Gerstner and Carter Roach. For the Thunder, it's Nolan and Mitzel with Liebernight and Haggerty. Here's Himley looking to work it in front. Himley behind the net. Taken on there by Liebernight. Liebernight will move it up in front of Collins. He'll stop and dump it down the length of the ice. 5:35 to go here in the third. Gerstner will regroup his team and bring the puck up ice. Oh, Chase Collins, a big hit. I believe that was on Nolan of Rushmore. Here's Liebernight. He'll take his time and dump the puck down the length of the ice. And so far, so good for Rapid on this penalty kill. Big hit there by Nolan as Gerstner goes down. Mitzel tries to find Nolan in front, but he wasn't paying attention. And the puck will go wide. Mitzel will play chase with Gerstner down in the corner, Brookings zone. Bullington comes to provide support. He'll come away with it. And move it back to Gerstner. Here's Gerstner. He'll take his time and try and regroup his team. Gerstner to Theodosopoulos. Back to Gerstner. Ahead to Ing. Ing picked off there by Ryman. Ryman will ice it down the length of the ice. Theodosopoulos will pick it off. He'll look ahead for Van Leer. Van Leer comes across. Looks for Ing. Bullington finds Bullington. Bullington a shot. Top circle. Save by Walters. 4:20 to go here in the game. It's the Brookings Rangers 8, the Rapid City Thunder 3. 20 seconds left on the penalty to Alex Connor of the Rushmore Thunder. Big check there by Ryman on Bullington of Brookings. Down in the Rushmore zone, here comes Taylor. Make that Olson ahead, but held in by Bullington. Bullington a shot tipped by Petrado, and on a play, and we'll have a face-off coming up. 3:40 to go here in the game. Face-off coming up here, 3:24 to go in the game. It'll be Ethan Meyer dumping it back down in the Rushmore zone. There's a big hit by Ethan Meyer on TJ Nolan, and here comes Scott battling there with Jack Olson. Olson will lose the puck, and Scott will dump it back down to the Rapid City zone. 3 minutes to go in the game now. Puck moved ahead. It's intercepted there by Rittershouse. Back to Collins. Collins looking for Meyer. Here's Meyer moving it ahead to Pitts. Pitts will dump it down into the Rapid City zone. 2:45 now to go in the game. Offsides, and Brookings will touch up. Here's Jack Taylor. He'll bring it around. And looking for Petrado. He'll miss him, and Brookings will, that's Himley dumping it back into the zone. Olson moves it ahead, looking for Nolan. Picked off there by Bullington. Bullington looking for Roach, but picked up by Mitzel. Mitzel will work it ahead, but picked off by Rittershouse. Ritter's house hit there by Mitzel, and it'll be Petrotto bringing it around. 2:14 now to go in the game. Brookings an 8-3 lead. Labor Knight ahead to Ryman. Ryman will dump it down into the Brookings zone. Himley there. He'll move it ahead to Ing. Ing looking for Roach. Here comes Corey Roach. Corey Roach will dump it down into the Varsity zone, and we'll get an icing call here with 1:52 to go in this third period of play. So it appears as though the final matchups will be set tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Our fifth place consolation game. It'll be the Huron All-Stars and the Watertown Lakers. The number 5 and 6 seeds coming into this tournament. Adam Sullivan, coach of the Watertown Lakers, will lead his troops against Brian Davidson, coach of the Huron All-Stars, in that consolation matchup. Then at 12:30, we'll bring you the third place game, which will feature the Oahe Capitals, the third place seed in this tournament, led by coach Rob Kate, against the Rushmore Thunder, the fourth place seeded team in this tournament, led by Dick Novak. 1:13 now to go in the game. This is Lieber Knight behind the Rushmore zone. Lieber Knight will take his time and try and set things up. He'll work it around, and that's Van Leer working on Lieber Knight, trying to hold the zone. And that's our PA announcer, Matt Krogman, making the call. 1 minute to go here in the game. Held in by Ethan Meyer. Van Leer attempted shot, but it's blocked there by Schmidt. Here's Sorsett. He'll dump it down, picked off by Ing. Ing move it back to Meyer. Meyer over to Theodosopoulos at the point. He'll move it ahead to Ing. Ing will pick it up. Missed there by Lieber Knight. Here comes Ing. Ing the move, shot, save, and wide of the net by Walters. Scott will try and hold the zone, but the puck will come out of play. He'll dump it down into the zone of Rapid City, and they'll take a change as Lieber Knight will pick it up. Here comes Lieber Knight up the left-hand side. He'll carry it ahead. Picked off there by Scott. Scott will move ahead to Chapin. Chapin picked off there by Schmidt. Schmidt up to Mitzel. Here comes Mitzel, left-hand side. Hash mark looking for Nolan. He won't find him. He'll go around behind the net. Mitzel to Haggerty, shot wide of the net. Petrotto will pick it up, and that'll do it for us here. For our fourth and final game, the Brookings Rangers will be victorious. They'll advance to the championship game tomorrow against the Sioux Falls Flyers. So that'll be a wrap here in Brookings. It'll be the Brookings Rangers 8 and the Rushmore Thunder 3. We're going to take you down to the ice here in a moment for an interview with our player of the game and Matt George. We'll give you a quick recap of this game and what happened here today. In the third period, there was no scoring. It'll be Matt Ing picking up 4 goals on the day. TJ Theodosopoulos 4 assists. Hunter Robotham will get the win in net for the Brookings Rangers. That'll be his 21st of the season. A state-leading 21 wins for Hunter Robotham. Also picking up goals for the Rangers was Jace Collins, TJ Theodosopoulos, Garrett Rounds, and Garrett Gerstner. Again, it was Matt Ing with 4 goals and 1 assist. TJ Theodosopoulos with 1 goal and 4 assists. Shots on goal in the game, 26 for the Brookings Rangers, 20 for the Rushmore Thunder. Again, fans, don't forget to set your clocks ahead tonight. It's daylight savings time, excuse me. So the games will come to you an hour earlier if you don't remember to set your clocks ahead. It'll be a 9:30 fifth place consolation championship game featuring the Huron All-Stars and the Watertown Lakers. And then it'll be the Oahe Capitals taking on the Rushmore Thunder for the third place game at 12:30. And then the 3:30 championship game will feature the Sioux Falls Flyers and the Brookings Rangers. Waiting to head down to the ice here for our interview with Matt George. We'll take a moment to thank our sponsors. Today's games were sponsored in part by Larson Manufacturing, the leading storm door company in the United States. Larson proudly supports youth activities and the communities it serves. This weekend's tournament's being produced and streamed on Brookings.tv, the new media service for Brookings area. Brookings.tv is part of TV Productions Incorporated. The tournament internet broadcast is brought to you in part by Rounds Construction and Brookings, moving the earth one load at a time since 1991. And Industrial Machine and Engineering, a proud sponsor of the tournament internet broadcast as well. IME is your one-stop tool and die shop. They have the experience and expertise to help with all of your manufacturing tooling needs. Again, our corporate sponsor, Daktronics. Daktronics of Brookings, recently recognized as one of the area's most trustworthy companies, is pleased to bring you this broadcast of the South Dakota Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament. Forbes, a leading source of business news and financial information, ranked Daktronics in the top 100 for trustworthiness, transparency, and a strong corporate governance among the 8,000 companies reviewed. For more information, visit Daktronics.com. We're going to head down to the ice. Matt George waiting with Matt Ing, our player of the game. And we'll head down to Matt right now.
Here with Matt Ing. Matt, tell me about the night. 4 goals, 2 assists. That's 7 goals on the weekend and 5 assists. What do you look forward to do tomorrow to bring the state title back here since 2005?
Well, I owe it all to my team, really. I wouldn't have scored any of those goals without them, so I look to do the same tomorrow. The bounces have just been going my way, but tomorrow could be a different story, so we'll see what happens.
That's Matt Ing, captain of the Brookings Rangers.
And that was Matt Ing, our player of the game from Brookings. That was his second hat trick in consecutive games. He scored 4 last night in their first round matchup against the Aberdeen Cougars. And again tonight, he scored the first 3 goals for the Brookings Rangers and would add another one late in the second period to give him 8 goals in this tournament already through 2 games. Again, I'm Dane Eady alongside Matt George, bringing you coverage of the 2013 Boys State Varsity Hockey State Tournament here in Brookings, South Dakota at the Larson Ice Center. We'll be back tomorrow at about 9:25 to bring you the pregame for our Consolation Championship that's set to puck drop at 9:30. So from all of our staff here with Brookings.TV, myself and Matt George, along with Dallas Cole, who will bring you the coverage tomorrow at 9:30, we say thank you and good night from Brookings.